Patterson. 1-2-3 punch. The Vikings are the talk of the NFL draft. Oh my god, I am so stoked. Oh, the 4 hours, whatever it was, sitting through that, all worth it. Waiting, where the hell is Star gonna go? Where's Sharrif Floyd gonna go? How are these guys falling? Sharrif Floyd falls to the Vikings. That's a no-brainer pick. Kevin Williams is old. His contract is due at the end of the year, and Sharrif Floyd is too powerful to pass up. And then you get Xavier Rhodes pairing up with Chris Cook, and then you get greedy. You say a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 7 is worth it. We're getting Cordarrelle Patterson. And boom, you compliment the offense. He is not the go-to guy. Jennings, Rudolph, AD, and now Patterson. Oh, so much to be excited about. Oh my goodness. What's going on, guys? Oh. I got my I gotta fill up my my spreadsheet for that though, but my mock draft, terrible. My feelings, pretty damn good right about now. God, the Vikings just got 3 potential impact players. To me, I was talking to my uncle, and I compare this to a team that likes to spend a lot in free agency. The Vikings were able to get top talent in this year's class and traded up to get an extra pick. It's almost like spending in free agency, except for you're doing it in the draft the smart way. And it feels amazing. And now I have 1,000,000 coins. I'm going to get those 3 cards if I can. They're out, right? Are they out yet? Otherwise, I'm kind of on here just to talk about how excited I am. But are the rookies in the packs yet? Because I got 1,000,000 coins. I sold Tavon Austin, or I put him in the coin up for 550K, I think. Oh, are you okay with 3 first-round contracts under this new collective bargaining crap? Yeah, I'm fine with it. Although, maybe one of these guys ends up in Seattle down the road. You know, they like to take the Vikings players, you know, sometimes. I'm happy. Will Rhodes be the #1 cornerback or Cook? Time will tell, but I think right away Xavier will be on the opposite side, and he'll be the one covering Alshon Jeffrey, and for now Cook is going to be the guy to cover Brandon Marshall, if you ask me. So, are they in the packs? That is the question of the moment right now. I have 1,000,000 coins. Let me check the Ultimate Team Twitter, folks. I got my friend Justin here, Patriots fan. Didn't get to see the Patriots make a pick. Because of him, we have Cordarrelle Patterson. Not because of you, actually. Because of you made the call, the Rick Spielman. Bill Belichick has given you the power. Let me check out the Twitter. I need to see the Ultimate Team Twitter. You guys know I'm stoked. I posted 3 touts earlier, showing how excited I was. What do they say? They have coin-up collections. What are they doing? When can I get cards? Someone said... Okay, I have no idea. They're in packs. I've gotten 3 Jokels. Okay. Cordarrelle Patterson is, but no Rhodes or Floyd. Alright, well I got 1,000,000 coins. So do I just get... what do I get here? What's the smart thing to do, guys? Do I get legend packs or off-season packs? And don't screw me, I want to get these cards. Do you see the Vikings signing Urlacher? Also, do you hear about the signing of Lawrence Jackson? Yeah, I saw they signed Lawrence Jackson, which I'm like, you just made 3 draft picks. How do you have the energy to even bust out a contract with somebody? And then Urlacher, I don't see it happening. It's difficult now because they have a 4, a 6, 4, 5, 6, 7 now. They had 2 4ths, and they traded the one they got from Detroit last year. And I can't see them getting a guy who's going to start unless there's someone I don't know about, or a guy like Vince Williams they have a lot of confidence in. But otherwise, you're talking about Audie Cole, or going out and getting like a Carlos Dansby or a Brian Urlacher, basically. 24 off-season, buy legendary packs. Legend packs guarantee a rookie every pack. Well, I'll buy a 1 and see if you're truthing. By the way, to celebrate, I'll show you in a second. Tell me I get Cordarrelle Patterson. I'm going to get one to test this out. If there's no rookie, I'm going to be mad. Stafford, Darren College. Come on, Cordarrelle. I know you're waiting there for me. Michael Irvin. Chance Warmack. Okay. That's one rook. I'm down with Chance Warmack. I'm going to fill up my reserves tonight, too, for sure. Look at that, Justin. I got Chance Warmack. To celebrate the Vikings' 3 first-round draft picks, I have 3 tacos to eat. The first one, in honor of the drafting of Mr. Sharrif Floyd. I'm not going to eat the wrapper, too. This one's for Sharrif Floyd. Mmm. Did the Raiders trade their pick away because they can't afford anything, or because they were the shittiest drafters ever? They traded down because they have to get more picks, and they regained a second round in the process, and got a really good player too. Who the hell did they even draft? I forget. Oh yeah, DJ Hayden. That's right. That was a head scratcher, but it could be a really good move for them. I want to see what they're selling for right now on the market. Hey, Stu Codmaster says, I like your friend because he is a Patriots fan. You have fans, you don't have a channel. Who takes Geno now? I see the Jacksonville Jaguars taking Geno Smith. I do. How do you pass up in the second round? Where's Geno going, Justin? Give us your elite advice.
Eagles.
Eagles. He says the Philadelphia Eagles. They have the 3rd pick in the second round? Right after Jacksonville? Okay.
I don't see Jacksonville take another quarterback when they're saying they put their trust in Blaine Gabbert.
Alright, he says that he believes the Jaguars brass when they say they trust, at least for one more year, Blaine Gabbert. And perhaps, if you suck this year, you can get Teddy Bridgewater or somebody next year anyway, so... I gotta get Johnny Manziel. That's a possibility. Let's see, are they gonna have Vikings? Is it gonna be under rookie? I mean, you'd think so. How did you get 1,000,000 coins? I held on. Oh, bunch of Pattersons available. Look at that. I could have bought a freaking legend pack, or I could just get them for 5,000 coins. .93 speed, terrible route running and awareness. I think they 81 catching. The thing I'm worried about is that he catches with his body too much. I've seen him make great catches with his hands, but he catches with his body way too much. By the way, did you guys see my picture on Twitter earlier when I had the breaking news that I was the first pick in the draft? And I was there with my quarterback. You know, Russell Wilson was the story of last year. He's 5'11", I'm 5'10". I'm taking over. Although I have declined my contract with the Kansas City Chiefs in order to continue supporting the Minnesota Vikings and the 3 picks they made tonight. '49ers have 2nd pick in 2nd round. Let me check out the draft order. It goes. Crap, they're showing me the 1st round. Alright, go number 2. Jaguars, 49ers, Eagles. So, you know, the 49ers, I see them sticking there and drafting somebody. I don't see them trading down to a team that needs a quarterback. So, Geno Smith, he doesn't fall past the Eagles, in my opinion. You don't do it. You get Geno Smith, you get rid of Nick Foles, let him go be a pocket passer in an offense that calls for a pocket passer. How did you get 1,000,000 coins? Didn't finish. I had bought a bunch of playoff packs when the playoffs were happening, and I held on to almost all my cards, and I sold a bunch of them for big-time profit. And then I sold a London Fletcher key card for 185K that I had purchased months ago for like less than 10K, I think. And I also got my Tavon Austin coin up from a subscriber that gave it to me, so I was like a free 550,000 coins right there. Floyd sounds determined, says he won't let us down. Huh? He's going to learn from one of the best in the business. Cordarrelle Patterson. This is awesome. They're quick over at EA.
Yeah, except they got rookies on it all pitches. Come on.
Vikings gave up way too much for Patterson. Thoughts? I think how you could have made this better would have been second, a third next year, a fourth, and a seventh, because the Vikings have 2/3 next year from the Percy Harvin trade. So that's a way you still would have had a day 2 pick. But am I upset about this pick? Absolutely not. Put Justin on camera. He's laying down. He's going to sleep. Unless I keep him up by talking really loud. What do you guys think of the Vikings' new uniform? It's pretty sick. You're still not even in camera.
That's fine.
Actually, yeah, I don't think so. Let's see. Let's see what other rookies are up. Buy packs. Can Jets get Geno Smith? Not without trading up. Unless the Eagles or Jaguars don't want him. Patterson's got to change his hairstyle. What do you think?
He does when he plays. Takes it out. Kind of balls it up like Trent Richardson.
Alright guys, in the comment section, some people are saying the uniforms suck. They're sweet, man. I like them. Give me your guys' worst pick of the night and your best pick of the night. I'm going to be biased and say the best pick of the night is Sharrif Floyd going to the Vikings because that is an incredible value at 23. Worst pick of the night, I'm going to say EJ Manuel going in the first round. The Bills could have probably traded back down again with somebody. Maybe. I'm going to say EJ Manuel was, they maybe could have got him later, but I don't even want to fault with the Cowboys pick because I think Frederick's going to be a good player, and I think it was a panic pick, but it could have been a lot worse. Worst pick, Manuel. Best pick, Floyd. Best, Rhodes. Worst, Cowboys picked. Yeah, they just say Cowboys pick. He doesn't have a name. Hey, I'll let you guys know about Frederick is that he's a Wisconsin lineman, which means he's automatically great, right? Let me see who's available. I'm gonna get anyone I can. Starlutalele, welcome to my team. Matt Barkley, he's a free agent. They have Monty Ball on here. I'm buying all of them. I gotta make room. I'm getting Monty Ball. I have 1,000,000 coins. I will do what the hell I want. All rookie team with these rookies and maybe last year's rookies. Okay, I gotta go make room in my team though. How do you feel with the Deion Jordan pick? It was an aggressive move from a team that's been aggressive this offseason, and I kind of like the move. I was definitely surprised by it. They were so expecting Lane Johnson, and I wasn't that much, just because Jonathan Martin's there. Maybe he's a right tackle only, but Lane Johnson is not even a guaranteed thing at left tackle. He played right tackle at Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. So, you get the best pass rusher, line him up opposite Cameron Wake. Why the hell not? Put pressure on your boy Brady. And the Sanchez. And EJ Manuel.
Ball's gone before he gets there.
Ball's gone before he gets there. To who, though? Amendola?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that Cowboys?
Keenan Allen's your guy.
I would be stoked if the Pats got him later in the draft.
It's realistic, too, because they need another wide receiver.
He's big.
Actually, their biggest receiver now has got to be Michael Jenkins.
I'm not happy about that.
You're not happy about that? They probably got him for his downfield blocking ability and nothing else.
I didn't want him as a Viking. That's the worst team.
I didn't want him as a Viking right away, but he exceeded my expectations in the first year. I was okay with him, actually. I just knew that he was never going to be anything great for us.
I thought as they were trying to replace Sidney, he was never
Oh,
going to be
I didn't look at it that way, but I see where you're coming from.
Well, we got rid of Woodfall.
Only reason manual pick was bad is because he was going to be there in the second. Yeah, and you can. I don't think he's there with the Bills' second round pick, but I still see you trying to trade up bottom. Like,
It's like comparing if somebody takes Matthew and starting the second. Just take him way too. Even if they need him, they take him way too early.
they're probably too far back behind the Jacksonville Jaguars and everybody, and so I wanted them to see. I wanted to see them take a first round player and then trade in with that second to maybe package it in with a third if they have one, and then get your quarterback. That'd be an aggressive move, but now they can take E.J. Manuel and they have a second and a third to deal with, so you can look at it multiple directions. I have too many players, actually. I'm just going to drop a couple of these Mathises, just because screw it, I'll take the 10k coins. Yeah, exactly. Will EJ play middle linebacker for the Vikings? I assume you mean Aaron. But, he could. He wasn't a great nickel middle linebacker last year. That's my main concern. And even then, they still need an outside linebacker. And they don't have another linebacker on the roster that can start. Bostic? Oh, Vince Williams. That's actually a real possibility now because I think so too. He looked like he was a bit undersized, so maybe you move Aaron to the middle for a year and you let Vince Williams play on the outside if you draft him. Let's go draft some rookies. Yeah. No running backs in the first round? Who's going to take one? I mean, Cincinnati, the Jets, the Steelers, the Packers.
All these running backs fell, so any team could just pick them up in these later rounds just to have another guy. Not many people have a back.
At this point, you're no longer reaching for a running back if you're taking one of the top 5 guys, I think.
Anybody who takes a running back now, it's not like...
Anyone who takes one now is getting pretty good value, I think.
I don't know anybody who has their second running back on the depth chart that they wouldn't replace. So.
Panthers. I wonder if the Vikings... Here's a move that could happen. The Vikings could try to deal Toby Gerhart to get back into the 3rd or 4th round. Yeah, I don't see it happening either, but, you know... As soon as I tweeted, I'm like, I guarantee, I'm making a prediction, the Vikings will trade up tomorrow in the 2nd round. And then as soon as they did, they trade up in the 1st round instead. Did I already get Monty Ball? I think so. Barkevius Mingo. I already got a Mingo. I'm getting all the rookies, guys. Even this guy. Manti. You're bidding on him? You're bidding on him? Well, I'm taking the card. The Vikings do have a 4th, yes. Is Toby worth a 2nd or a 3rd or a 4th? I would say he's worth a 4th because last year he only had 2 or 3 plays where he really made a splash. His 2nd year was better because he had to start sometimes, but last year, fumbling problems when he played and nothing splashy besides those screen passes, if you remember them. So I think his value's gone down in the trade just because of doing nothing last year. And at that point, you got to say, is a 4th rounder worth it? And I say it is if you replace him with a speed back, because I think you. I was talking to somebody earlier, and I say
a change of pace back for Adrian Peterson does everything.
Adrian does everything, but I think the way you complement him is with speed, not power, because I argued this earlier. Adrian's more of a power back than a speed back, because he uses power every play.
He'd rather run you over.
He'd rather run you over, basically. And so I think the way you complement that guy is, 1, get speed, and 2, Adrian's not a third down back. He's not a great blocker or a great receiver. Speed backs. Chester Taylor was a perfect third down back, except for he was a little young. He wasn't young, but he still has at least 1 or 2 starter years in him probably. But I think you still go get a guy like Rod Stevens-Howling in free agency, or you draft a Mike Gillislee or a Kenyon Barner, and you go to town on third down. There you go. Check it down to a speed back, not Toby Gerhart.
Don't put Toby Gerhart in the backfield for the green pass.
They did, though, and it worked many times last year. Probably because no one expected it. Did I get a Jokel yet? No. Yeah, the Jaguars' uniforms are pretty nice, actually. I like their font especially. It reminds me, that's all like the Chargers font. The AFL font, I think?
All the color blue?
Yeah. There's got to be a Lane Johnson or somebody sitting up here for me to take still. Although we're in the range where I don't even want to spend these kind of coins.
Oh,
yeah, Jarvis Jones, future star.
You can't just make a guy 99 overall and just predict.
They did last year. You can get Ontario McCaleb, yes, Chris. We can get the Auburn guy that you love. And we can also take Emery Blake, and we can snag Philip Lutzenkirchen in the 6th. Hurricane, look at them by position. Alright. Let me look at it by, what are they going to classify Jarvis Jones as? Rookie Tom Brady? Do they even have that in this game? They had a rookie Peyton. I had one.
Pretty sure they had rookie Tom Brady. So
really?
Rookie Tom Brady and then
the super one? The one with the orange background?
And a couple playoffs.
Look at this. The Jaguars are really good. They have Brandon Marshall now. Oh yeah. I'm looking through a lot of Barkevius Mingos. I'm sorry, but you guys aren't going to get that much for him. And I'm not paying a $500,000 for a Jarvis Jones. Or $2 million for Deion Jordan, future star. Without even a star, it's just 99.
He's not in...
You know what, NCAA going into this year, he was like a 77. That's crazy. You never got Teo the auction so that expired? Really? Let me see. You're overpaying. I got $1 million out here. There is no such thing as overpaying right now. Straight cash, homie. Do you see Dolphins taking Swope? The word is they want to deal Devon Bass. And in that case, I think...
Is he just saying that they would take Swope because they got Heartline? So
they like white receivers. They had Welker, Heartline. They're going to get Edelman in the trade. No. But Swope in the slot? I can dig that. Patriots snag him. Patriots will take anybody.
Patriots have all the picks now. They don't have power.
Yeah, Patriots own the draft.
Half the players that the Patriots are going to pick, nobody's going to know who they are anyway.
Tavon Wilson.
They're going to go to the Pro Bowl.
They're going to take that Lawrence Okoye from England. That beast. Physical specimen. Where will Denard Robinson go? I say 4 to 7 round because he can be a role player on offense. You put him anywhere, basically. You can be wildcat quarterback, receiver, running back, punt returner, kick returner. You see him homeless?
By next season.
No, I don't think so.
He's a good, practice team player. Pretend to be RG3.
Yeah, put him on the. He'll be taken by the Eagles to be the practice squad quarterback for when they play the Redskins, and then they're gonna cut him. How did Boyd hurt his draft stock by going back? I don't think Boyd's really hurt his stock by going back. I do think he would have been one of the first quarterbacks taken this year. I wonder if he would have been the first. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of college football.
Did you agree with Rich Eisen calling him back from the bus?
Already? Hell no.
One season, he didn't have an offensive line to give Gabbard or any
What the hell am I even doing here? I keep just doing random things because I'm not thinking. Could the Vikings use their 4 on Honey Badger if he's available? Yes, but I don't see him. I honestly think Honey Badger's going bottom 2. Low twos.
That's what I was saying. You were telling me that he's not worth that. When I was saying the Vikings might take him.
He's not worth it for the Vikings.
But he's what they need.
He is kind of what they need, yes.
If they didn't trade up.
I see him going to the Patriots or the 49ers. It's not what the Patriots need, it's what Bill Belichick thinks he can assemble in his Frankenstein football team of 6 tight ends and Tom Brady doing whatever the hell he wants.
He does have a knack for drafting guys with a background.
Yeah, Alfonso Dennard last year.
And just signing people.
Yeah. Kellen Winslow for 1 game. Yeah, drafted Ryan Mallett.
At least he's been quiet.
He took a chance on Randy Moss. He took Albert Hainsworth. He took Tommy Kelly. He's got Rolando. Or no, that's wrong team. Tommy Kelly was a decent player, but he just doesn't try. He's like kind of like an Albert Hainsworth if you want to compare him that way. Why don't the Saints draft a quarterback? Because it was the first round.
I wonder why.
They'll get somebody later.
One team picked a quarterback, and that was the Bills. Why would the Saints pick one of the best?
How about this, guys? I have an NFL draft prediction here. 6th or 7th round, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Rodgers, quarterback, Vanderbilt. What better? Who better to back up Aaron Rodgers than his brother?
And the person's been doing his whole life.
Yeah, he's always going to have the back seat to Rodgers, to his big brother Aaron.
Why would you trade behind him?
Someone asked if the female kicker's in Madden.
It's Matt Cassell.
Matt Castle. What do you think of the Kyle Long pick? I don't think it's a bad pick. I like Kyle Long and watched him at the Combine, and I think for the Bears to take him, it's solid. Who do the Vikings go after next? Are you interested in seeing if Greg Childs will come back and make a difference? Yes, but I think now his roster spot is questionable.
I like him, but I don't...
We like him, but we can't even say we like him enough to really say anything because we've seen him in training camp. That's it.
Wright made a lot of...
Wright was awesome last year.
A lot of good plays that he's probably going to be the 4th. I'm assuming?
Well, Wright's going to battle to be the 3rd with Jerome Simpson probably.
Yeah.
Show the back of Tavon's card. Tavon's got to be available. You know, I haven't even looked for a Tavon Austin card. I had the coin up.
You can go to...
People watching this on playback are probably really bored because I'm just sitting here like frantically going through screens and not playing. What? McNutt? Yeah. I kind of wanted the Vikings to take him last year. I thought he was going to be a 3rd round guy. He went in the 6th round. Oh, Cordarrelle Patterson's outfit? Yeah, the suspenders going on, man. What do you think of the Trufant to Falcons pick? Excellent. I expected them to go with, I don't know. It depends on how you look at the board, because Xavier Rhodes, Desmond Trufant, I've heard, you know, back and forth things. I know Rhodes is taller. That's it. I know they're both fast. I know they can both play man coverage. I don't think the Falcons go wrong with either one of those picks, or the Vikings getting Trufant instead. Rhodes is 6'1", I think. Let me check his measurables at the Combine. And I believe Desmond Trufant measured in at 5'11". Xavier. He ran a 4.43, which I love, and he is a 6'1", 210-pound guy. And he had a 40-inch vertical. Chris Cook? I'm not going to go to his draft profile because he's been in the league for a while. He could have grown like a 1/4 inch. 6'2", 212. We have basically carbon copies on the outside. And Cook's more of a 4'5", 4'6" speed guy, I think.
They're going to be competing for number 1, correct?
Yeah, they're going to compete for number 1 after the season starts probably. If Rhodes gets a couple picks or Cook doesn't have a professional pick. He's been hurt 2 or 3 times and has 0 interceptions. Jamarcus Sanford. Desmond Trufant, 4.38, a little bit faster. Looks like he did a little bit better on the bench press. Very solid vertical jump. And he actually measured at 6 foot. 6 foot. So I can't even say 5'11". Although 5'11" is not a bad thing. Revis is 5'11". That's pretty good. Tavon costs about 600K, so search near there. Damn. Yeah, I ain't paying that for Mr. Tavon Austin, though. I might go into the 200,000s. 700,000. 99. Look at those ratings. It's like basically Percy Harvin.
99 awareness, huh?
99 awareness, yep.
96.
He doesn't drop the ball too often.
If you're gonna give a small wide receiver overrated ratings, why would you give him 80 for release?
Because he's a slot guy who's 5'8", 9", whatever.
Your tacos are nothing.
My tacos are cold and they're damp. I don't care. They taste great. If Ponder doesn't succeed, is he out for sure? I'm not even gonna say for sure. But he doesn't have excuses anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He's got receivers. He's got a tight end. He's got a line and a running back. If the only thing he needs is a new arm, then he's gotta go. Yeah, Matt Castle. I like Eifert.
He's not worth 500,000 points.
I wouldn't go higher than 150,000. When do you think Geno Smith will be taken? Right away?
Geno?
Do you think? Someone just asked that.
If he's not going to the Eagles,
If you're a Jaguars, do you take him or you stick with Blaine Gabbert?
I'd stick with Blaine Gabbert.
Stick with Blaine, and if you suck, you take someone next year.
If I was them, I'd go wide receiver. If I was the Jaguars, definitely go receiver.
So the Eagles stayed and got Lane Johnson. A lot of teams like to go quarterback and a helper pick with that 1-2. We've seen it many times. The Vikings did Christian Ponder and Kyle Rudolph. The Colts did Andrew Luck, Colby Fleener, Dwayne Allen, and now we could see the Eagles go Lane Johnson, Geno Smith.
I think they did Lane Johnson more for Michael Vick than for Geno Smith.
It could because Michael Vick's left-handed, which means his blind side's on the right. Yeah, remember that, guys. With lefty quarterback, you switch to blind sides, and therefore right tackle becomes just as important, if not more.
It's more of a stable pick, and with all the offensive linemen with one season, then you can get somebody.
Yeah.
All the quarterbacks are falling.
Quarterbacks are falling like a rock, but they're going to be going early tomorrow.
I think they figured they had an early first-round pick so they can let the quarterback slide. I think they would have been happy with Geno Smith or DJ Manuel, honestly.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
I think so too.
So they were taking a chance on that.
I'm going to play a game, guys. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'll play one game, then I'm going to go to bed. How did Floyd drop at 22? I don't know if there was some sort of concern that came up, but if you look at the way the draft fell,
Yeah, they never said anything.
it was Sheldon Richardson, first defensive tackle taken, and then Star Lutulele. And
Even the analysts didn't know how he was falling.
yeah,
They didn't hear anything.
I'm not surprised the Jets didn't take him because the Jets run a 3-4, and I thought that Sharrif is the best fit at the 3 tech in the 4-3. I'm not exactly surprised the Panthers didn't take him either because Star Lutulele's, if without the heart thing, the heart issue at the combine, I think Star is a better defensive tackle.
I think those two picks were honestly just those teams just happen to
yeah.
like the other players better. Honestly.
I'm going to be the optimist right now and say there wasn't a negative thing that was the reason he dropped. It was just that those two teams like the way those guys fit in their defense, and I don't think that it's a negative thing. I just think the Vikings got one incredible pick. Monty Ball's going to play. Whose voice is in the background?
God.
What voice?
It's Paul Allen.
So should I put Cordarrelle on the outside next to Greg Jennings? He's on my starting lineup right now.
Ooh. Definitely.
And then who I go in the slot?
I put Bolden.
Bolden in the slot, and then go Andre Roddy and just completely mess it up for everybody. Tight end, go Rudy. Left tackle, I got a Khalil. I'll put Khalil over Ferguson. Center go Hardwick. Gotta go Load Hole at right tackle. Man, why does this guy have so many Vikings players? Oh, I got a 3-4 defense in. Should I put Jared Allen in at right end? Screw it. Defensive tackle, I got Geno Atkins and Vince Wilfork. Can't go wrong. I got Von Miller on the outside. I got Beast on the inside. I gotta put Manti Te'o there, I guess. I'm stuck there. Right outside, Gerard Mayo. Can't go wrong. Cornerback, Charles Tillman.
So Manti Te'o at first, actually. He's always.
He is gonna be always, well, no. I don't want him to.
Oh, hey,
Because I got him.
Are you scared he's going to see an invisible running back?
Catfished. I got Charles Tillman, Tremont Williams, Joe Hayden, Richard Sherman. I'm okay there. Earl Thomas, my boy Cam Chancellor, Blair Walsh 3-star. Look at this, they made a Blair Walsh 99 overall 3-star. And we're gonna put Cordarrelle Patterson back deep, along with AP. Why not? Punt returner Cordarrelle. Kickoff specialist gotta be Blair. Third down back. Boom. Save changes. Monty Ball, okay.
Get him some snaps. He's not getting in.
What do you think with the Colts pick with Bjorn Werner? I like that pick. I wanted to see them take a rush linebacker. Bjorn Werner was the German guy, and from what I've seen on tape, he looks like a good player. And I'm excited to see what he can do standing up. What did they say? Defensive tackle is messed up? Oh, because I got Calais Campbell there. Alright, so hopefully I can win with this team. What do you think of Chargers' chances? The chances of Zach Ertz falling down to the late second round? I think they're low.
I think the Vikings.
The way I see it, the Vikings don't have a second round pick. The way I see it happening is that the only way I see him falling is if there's a run on receivers and a run on quarterbacks, because that's going to bump down a tight end all day.
I'm just going to take a chance that Patriots will draft him. You never know. With Gronkowski, is he going to be okay?
Yeah.
Arguably the best tight end coming out.
Ertz isn't the best.
Hands down.
I guess I gotta wear the Seahawks jerseys. I wanted to wear Vikings ones, but I don't have the new Vikings ones, so who cares? We're going Seahawks. They're Vikings West anyway. They don't have the retro Vikings in here. I look angry? I'm not angry, I'm happy.
When you put down your controller, you look I think you should do that last week. What do you think about the Saints drafting Kenny?
The Saints drafting Kenny Vaccaro. I was going to mock that pick, but I stopped because they have Malcolm Jenkins and Roman Harper. Although I would upgrade those guys, I was like, maybe they'll go somewhere else. It's a good pick, because Roman Harper, I think, gets beat too much. My main memory of Roman Harper is him being a little baby after Steve Smith scored a touchdown, and he hit him like 5 seconds after he scored and got flagged. And probably thrown out of the game for that. That was stupid.
You can go Edelman.
Edelman not tight end.
No.
He's half a tight end.
Edelman, Eifert, Gronk, Hernandez, Ballard,
Yeah, Jake Ballard's gonna be back.
and pick up somebody. They'll sign Crabtree from the Packers.
What do you think of Raiders skimming on Floyd? I really thought they were going to take him because they lost their 3 top defensive tackles. And now you're going to run all day on him, probably. Uh-oh. Right away, it's Cordarrelle from the goal line. Yeah? Oh well. Patterson to the 24. What about DJ Hayden? I mean, they needed secondary help as well. There's no doubt about that. I just think that the value is there for defensive tackle, and I'm really surprised they let Sharrif Floyd drop. Or Starr. I could see either one of those guys. Hell, Sheldon Richardson if he's there. Was he there at the Raiders pick? Yeah, he was. Alright, so we got Russell Wilson, Cordarrelle Patterson. We're playing Vikings West here, so it's a combination of mainly Vikings and Seahawks players. We're going to swing it out to my boy AP. We're going to go nowhere. Where will Manti Te'o go? I see him falling to the Chicago Bears. Well, let's hand it off to the man beast. It's Adrian Peterson. Big hole. There we go up the middle. AP to the 45. How long is it taking me to eat these tacos? Almost an hour. One per bite?
Yeah, I'm a burrito,
You better not be using Tebow tonight. I don't plan on it, guys. Oh, wide open. Oh, God. Oh, no. Not a sign of things to come, I hope. Your hands like Milner. That's all they were talking about. Like, praise the guy. Give him some love. He's like, he can't catch. He's a corner.
Well, they said he had bad hands at the combine.
If he makes 4 catches a year as a corner, that's fine.
It's 4. Is that
Yeah.
How many swats does Tillman have to break interception?
Tillman don't waste opportunities, though. Oh, God. Oh, Cordarrelle Patterson! Yeah! Sign of things to come right there to move the chains. By the way, pull your 84 jerseys out. We got a new one. What do you think of Tyler Eifert to the Bengals? I was thinking they might go for Cordarrelle Patterson, actually, because you could pair him up with A.J. Green, but this is a really good pick, too, because now you have 2 solid tight ends. And I know Gresham has been hurt recently. I know last year he was. And so, Eifert's, first of all, is a beast. Eifert's going to be a monster. Plus, they have young receivers already, and you can't necessarily replace those guys already. I suck on first down tonight, I guess, too. I was scared about Patterson going to the Vikings? To the Bengals. Yeah, I thought it was going to happen. I got 3rd and 15. I got the leg of Blair Walsh, though, so I can do whatever I want on this play. How long was the first? Oh, I think it was at least 4 hours. Watch it all live in prime time. I had no picks spoiled for me besides the Xavier Rhodes pick. Cool, huh? Open. Bolden. 3 yards. We're going to let Blair take it from here. Who do you think is going to pick Woods? I need to see a draft order. Patriots need one. Let me see. I'm going to make a prediction for Robert Woods, because I like him. Blair Walsh. Look at that leg. That's a.
I can see Jaguars.
You see a Jaguar shaking Woods there?
Definitely. Yeah.
What about the Lions? They just lost Titus Young, and they got concerns about Ryan Broyles. They could take Robert Woods there. Titans are sitting down there. I don't see them taking him. The Bills could. They need a receiver opposite Stevie Johnson.
I know the Raiders don't care for the draft, so...
Woods didn't run a fast enough 40.
Can they
Redraft Hayward Bay. I see him going to maybe even the Lions. I could definitely see him going there just because the Lions, year in, year out, they need a receiver because something always happens. Chargers? Yeah, by the way, Chargers already winning the Super Bowl, so no reason to get excited over 3 first-round draft picks because they're playing the Eagles in first week, and the last 3 or 4 teams to do that won the Super Bowl. So let's not question history here. Chargers, Super Bowl champions. Thoughts on Te'o? I think when I watch him on tape, I don't see a guy who's going to be elite at anything. I see a guy who's going to be a good run stopper. I see a good run stopper, not necessarily a big hitter, and a guy who's going to be decent in coverage, and a guy who's going to work really hard, though. That's going to be the main thing. Te'o's going to survive on his work ethic and his football knowledge. And that's why I think he's going to be a good player, but I wonder if he's going to be elite. I can see him being a top 10 middle linebacker, but we'll see about like top 3 status. Any chance of Manti falling to the Bears at 18? Absolutely. I expect him to, basically. Let me look at where I think Manti is going to go. Not Jags, not Niners, not Eagles, not Lions, not Bengals. Not Cardinals, not Jets.
I can see the Bengals getting Woods. That would make sense.
You think the Bengals getting Woods?
He's a possession receiver.
Yeah, but they got Mohamed Sanu. Oh! Where else could Teo fall? Could the Bills? I mean, they got rid of Nick Barnett. I'm not sure who else they got on their roster, to be honest. But the Bills actually have 2 picks in 8 and 18. No, that's the Bears. The Bills are at 14 and 9. And he has to get past the Giants again too. They need basically an all-new linebacker core, in my opinion. Where do you guys think Teo falls? I'm saying he's going to be taken by the Bears. I think teams pass on him, and the Bears are like, we can't pass on him here. Gino won't be at draft tomorrow? Are you kidding me? Won't be there? Are you? I know. That's Chris, and Chris don't BS me. He's my boy. I feel bad for him though because he's an Auburn fan, and since the Cam Newton era ended. Not anymore. He's getting drafted on this Saturday. I was scared of McKenzie making a shitty pick, but he did all right. I think he did okay doing DJ Hayden and still getting another pick, especially reacquiring that 2nd round. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Oh, it's like carbon copy, basically. Bengals to get him. Mawaluga is garbage. Yeah, but even if you don't like Mawaluga, he got re-signed. So there's that. Pro Football Talk just tweeted it. Do the Vikings run a Tampa 2 defense? Yes, they do. Very similar scheme to the Bears. Oh my God, Teo! Teo can't cover. Who is 17? Mike Wallace. That can't happen. Yeah, I'm playing somebody online. Breeze. What about the manual pick? I've talked a little bit about the manual one. I kind of understand their selection, and the only thing I questioned there was kind of the timing. Try Sebastian Janikowski. I got Blair Walsh, man. I've been using Janikowski. He's in my Vikings franchise and my Raiders connected careers. I kick a lot of field goals with him. I have never used a series with Blair Walsh. You think Vikings will draft a running back? I think if they don't trade Toby Gerhart, they stay still. Because they only have 4 picks left and they can't. I don't think you use one of those on a running back. You get LeRod Stevens howling. But who'll be the first Vikings jersey you will buy? Because I want one of the new ones. Floyd, Rhodes, or Patterson.
If it's anything. There's going to be AP.
Yeah, or AP, Harrison Smith, Blair Walsh. I don't know yet. I have not made a decision. Nothing official on this. Yeah, they might get somebody else I like a lot. Oh God, I made him go. I got too aggressive there. Oh well. What do you think about no running back going in the 1st round? No running back deserved it. Not even Eddie Lacy. Well, here's what I'll say. The Steelers need a running back, but they didn't need a running back bad enough to take Eddie Lacy, number 17. 2nd round, go for it. But, no. Eddie Lacy to me wasn't even a 1st round prospect. Yeah, not very many teams run a power running offense. Not very many at all. The ones that do are usually bad teams. And no, I'm not saying the 49ers are bad. I'm not forgetting everybody. Like the Browns and Vikings, they ran power running offenses, and the Vikings are just now getting back into success mode. What are you eating? I'm eating Cool Ranch, Doritos, Locos Tacos, meat and cheese only. I don't like lettuce, especially the fast food lettuce. The nacho cheese taco. All Cool Ranch. What do you mean? Oh, Yeah.
Taco condom.
Yeah. Taco protection. It does make sense if you look at these parts right here. Although these tacos aren't like less sturdy than any. Oh, a holding penalty. Why? Do the Jaguars have a two-people war room? I'm assuming they had a lot more that just weren't in there at the moment. Although they showed the camera later and it kept looking the same to me, but I don't know if they were showing the same picture.
Today as it did yesterday. We got two guys that were setting it up for doing the drafting.
Let's send Cordarrelle deep and see if he can get some separation. A good corner. Russell on the run. Anquan Bolden, 7 yards. Yeah, Anquan's a 49er. That's pretty cool there. The playoffs reminded everybody how good of a receiver Anquan Bolden's been his whole career. Who's going to draft a kicker late? Packers. I could see it happening. I'm not going to say it's a lock. Oh, what the hell? A free rusher. I was like, damn, I'm going to wait for this guy to get open. The Vikings could draft a punter, but now with only 4 picks left, I don't think it happens. Oh my god, Clowney's going to be like top 3 pick next year, guaranteed, unless he breaks his torso. Lattimore to Steelers in the 4th. I wonder if someone's willing to take a risk in the 3rd. I don't want to go to Green Bay.
I want him to go to a team I like, so I still like him. No Saints.
Patriots?
They won't.
Don't say that.
They would draft him if it's in like the 4th or 5th round, where Belichick's just in fuck it mode and just signs whoever.
Pick that. Are you drinking Gamma Labs or water? Water, because it's past midnight and I don't feel like staying up. Yeah, it's 12:30.
Oh.
That's pretty good. If they don't draft one, it's definitely an option, and it's also an option to pick that pass off, but he didn't. So. Urlacher? Yeah, me too. I don't know. I mean, it's not like Brinkley was a great option there. He was a good run stopper, and he wasn't a fit for the spot at all. Basically, we're seeing that the Vikings, you know, it's not like they're dropping off at middle linebacker no matter what, because they've had terrible fits there forever. They don't need a middle linebacker to get 100 tackles. They need a linebacker that can get 2 picks. Marquise Lee, USC, high prospect next year. Let's not say that, because Robert Woods was supposed to be the top receiver this year, and he fell off the face of the earth. Let's not get too high yet. I'll say Sammy Watkins, though, because that guy's a beast. Sammy Watkins, DeAndre Hopkins, there's everybody that was Clemson. Clemson always has these cool, speedy guys. That's what they do. You gotta co-sign. You gotta be a track/football athlete. How many picks did you get right in your mock draft? 3. But guess what? All of them are down past the top 10. Mayock got at least like 8. Mayock had a really good draft, and he had Justin Pugh going there. I'm like, damn, this guy's got insider access up the ass if he's getting that right. Yeah, Mayock's mock draft was pretty spot on, I think. And last year I had just as many right as him, 6, in a draft where we knew what was going to happen right away. Man doesn't cheat. He's just an elite football mind.
I believe that PA is a real option.
Yeah.
He's never going to do that.
PA? He was probably at the studio doing a show. Don't you think?
Well, they had that Packer guy doing the show today.
He was gonna be there from 6:30 though.
Who's he gonna be on the air from 6:30?
Yeah, you don't have a half-hour show on the radio. I wonder if he had live reactions on the radio, like Cordarrelle Patterson.
I guarantee he mentioned Super Bowl.
Mayock has been in the Pew fan club since the Senior Bowl. He's also been in Schwenke's, and Schwenke's one of the top centers available. I thought he was a guy that could be reached on, but it was Travis Frederick, which I'm okay with. I think he's gonna be a good player. I don't.
Decent. I'm not saying good. I'm saying as good as they have.
Oh.
So they can either just draft a guy wherever or pay more money for a guy. I think they're gonna draft somebody else. One of those.
They could give him a competition with Adi Cole at least in the preseason.
I would love them to get that first. Put him on the outside.
Vince Williams.
Aaron's one of the leaders on the defense.
Think he can handle the play calling duties and everything? I kind of want to see Vince Williams now. I gotta start watching some tape on the mid-rounders. Yeah, that's what I like, which makes him a better fit at outside linebacker because Aaron's not fast. And Aaron's still an okay run stopper. He's never going to be great at really anything, I think. He's a solid player. Yeah, probably, just because he's more athletic. Brinkley, Cardinals fans should be happy with Brinkley, I think, because they run a 3-4, which means he's just going to be asked to stop the run, which he got over 100 tackles last year. No, Dansby was in Miami, though. Damn, this guy's going to town on me in the air. I don't even care, dude. I already got... Vikings got 3 first-round draft picks. You can beat me by however much you want. I'm still happy. I wonder who will draft Andre Ellington. I don't mind the Vikings doing it. Him, Gillislee, Kenyon Barner, go for it. Maybe a trade Toby. Why are the Cowboys so bad at drafting? Because they have the old Jerry Jones drafting, that's why. I hope so. Their fans deserve it. Raiders fans aren't juggalos. Juggalos are Detroit.
What do we think about Matt Elam? Beast.
Elam's good. Like Mayock says, the only thing that's bad about Elam is that he's like 5'10" at safety. Which, you know, guys at that height can still succeed, but he's not going to be able to jump and hang with a guy like Tyler Eifert. In the same division as him, remember? Right there. That's a knee tear. You just finished your tacos, now you're the slowest eater ever. I'm like super multitasking right now. I couldn't even handle it. I was looking for players. Otherwise, I'd eat in like 5 minutes. That was a good pick because their defensive line has really struggled, and they drafted a pass rusher last year, so I think this is the right pick for them to make. I was hoping they wouldn't take Cordarrelle or someone that makes them more explosive, but rather they're just more solid up front now. And I'm okay because the Vikings, they have the offensive line to defend them.
I just didn't want them to take
Sharrif? Well, he was already gone. You just didn't want him to fall there? Yeah.
I thought they were going to go Monty.
Yeah, I definitely did too. I mean, who didn't think Manti Te'o was going to the Vikings?
I think the NFL
The Vikings showed a lot of interest in him, but I think what they were doing was just due diligence and doing the... Oh, God. They were just doing the necessary homework.
Makes no sense. Elam or Te'o.
Oh, 2 different positions. I don't care who you are. Oh, maybe he's saying who should the Ravens have taken. I say Elam because you can still get a Kevin Minter. Who are you going to get at safety there? DJ Swearinger? I think Elam's a good safety, and you can still get a player that's maybe a little bit less than Te'o, but you overall have more value by getting these 2 guys. Oh, God! I got Saints fans in here or something. Saints drafting Vaccaro. I mentioned this already. It's a good pick because it shores up the back end of their secondary. I expected them to go with someone to bolster their new 3-4 front, but let's see, who was even available there? They could have taken Jarvis Jones, who maybe isn't even a great fit there. I don't see a pick I'd rather them take than Kenny Vaccaro, going afterwards anyway. Monty Ball? Oh God, I don't even think there's a team that is going to... Well, I don't think a specific team is, really. Yeah, I'm down 14-3. Damn.
I think running backs this year are just going to go to a team that just
could use one.
Value, not so much. The running backs will be drafted as value, not as need. Really needs a running back.
Yeah, maybe. Next on Falcons draft artist would be a defensive tackle. Yup, I agree. And there's plenty of defensive tackles that you're talking about. Big old fat guy in the middle. You got John Jenkins, Jonathan Hankins, Jesse Williams. A lot of big war pigs, as we call them. Talking about guys who are at least 320. Pat Williams, one of my favorite nose tackle of all time. God, he was a beast. I loved him. Oh, Manti. The Packers could draft Ball. I always make those kind of assumptions there, like, oh, he's a Wisconsin player, he's going to the Packers. But how many Badgers do the Packers have?
Do they have any? I can't name one, to be honest. I don't know. You know a lot, so.
Nothing comes to mind right now. No one. Is there a Milwaukee in here or something hiding? No, nothing. So it's kind of silly to do that. Some teams may do that, but no, they didn't have Scott Tolzien. That was the 49ers.
No, they just had a bunch of quarterbacks there for a while. Like Brom and Flynn and some other quarterbacks.
D. Miller on catching. Who catches better than... Who catches better, you or D? I'll give D the benefit of the doubt because he's getting paid millions to play quarterback.
Well, the thing was, first they said he can't catch in the combine, and then they showed clips of him intercepting a ball basket catch by his fingertips.
Yeah.
So it didn't make sense to me because he said he's not. He has bad hands.
Give him like 30 minutes a day at the jugs machine, he'll catch passes.
Yeah. They knocked his catching, and then they showed a great clip of him saying.
If the worst thing you can say about a corner is his catching, then he's a good corner probably. But I think they should have been more about his health because that's probably why he fell past the Lions and the Browns.
That's like knocking a running back on his
pass catching, like Adrian.
He doesn't need.
He doesn't need it. It makes him more valuable to have it. Jeez, what the hell are we doing here, guys? No pass coverage. I'm curious who will take chance on Denard Robinson. Dude is very fast, but he could be too frail. If you take him in the 5th or 6th round, you're basically saying whatever happens, happens, basically, at that point. There's no sure things. You're drafting based on potential and guys who fell. And he could be a role player. He could be a solid role player, too. I wouldn't mind seeing the Vikings get Denard Robinson, but with 4 picks now, you got to be even more careful. And you have to address needed depth and any holes remaining. So the Vikings can't be as frugal or as creative as they could have been had they not traded up for Cordarrelle Patterson. Yeah, definitely. Who would they need with that first pick? Cordarrelle would have been a nice pick, but it wasn't something they needed. You can get a decent receiver there. You can get his teammate, Justin Hunter.
Look at their core. Look at their receiving core every single year. They don't need a first-round receiver.
No, they don't.
When they had Manny, that was their first-round wide receiver.
Basically. But, you know Cordarrelle is a teammate, right? Justin Hunter. 6'4", 200 pounds, 4.4 speed.
That's what I want them to get Calvin.
Keenan Allen. He's not as fast as you may want. Works the middle of the field. They don't even need a deep threat necessarily. It's a guy who can work the middle.
They don't need a deep threat because they say that Wes Welker doesn't go deep.
They have so many underneath threats, they don't need a deep threat, basically. You could have Gronk, Hernandez, Edelman, anybody going anywhere within 20 yards.
You don't need a deep threat when their safeties have to guard the tight ends.
Basically.
If you're single coverage, it's a deep threat no matter who it is.
He's going for a 4th and 5, huh?
As long as you're not.
What the hell? What is Joe Hayden doing? Just like going away from him. Hunter body catches too much. That's my concern about Cordarrelle. Missed out on a great player. I can't disagree with most of these picks, to be honest. Maybe you could say the Browns could have used somebody other than a pass rusher, but I'm not going to knock them for the Mingo pick because I like Mingo. I'm going to say the team's drafted well tonight. I don't even want to knock the Cowboys, like I said. They were questionable picks. Him and the E.J. Manuel pick were questionable. The Bengals got a playmaker either way. It's not...
I think Elam should have gone to the Cowboys.
You think Elam should have gone to the Cowboys? I agree.
I think...
They need a safety, obviously.
Michael Irvin was even laughing about that.
Yeah.
He said that Jerry Jones was going to hear it from the Eagles.
Yeah, I agree there. The Cowboys should have taken Matt Elam, without a doubt. Look at that, man time number 5. I hate Mingo because he destroyed my mock. I thought he was going to be a mock destroyer, but my team was my mock was destroyed because it didn't start out good anyway. And most of my picks, if you look at it, I was 1 or 2 off almost all my picks. I had 5 or 6 guys going in my mock that didn't get drafted in the first round. Geno taken after E.J. Manuel. I think me and Justin think the way the second round begins tomorrow is Jaguars, Niners, Eagles, and we're seeing Geno going number 3 overall in the second round to the Philadelphia Eagles.
If he doesn't go there, I see it as a team just taking a shot in the dark.
Well, even the Browns. Would the Browns take him if they have a shot to take Geno Smith in the second round? Because you have... What the hell? I did a field goal block? Huh. Yeah, I'm looking at the... I don't even care about this game. I'm just playing the game so you guys got something to look at. Whatever. I bet his favorite team doesn't have Cordarrelle Patterson, Sharrif Floyd, and Xavier Rhodes. I see you changed the pronunciation now that he's a Viking. I see how it is. I always said Cordarrelle Patterson because it sounded cooler, I thought. And I thought it was right. Yeah, Cordarrelle. I have to think about it before I say it. I need a big play here, Cordarrelle. Can you help me out? I don't think he's overrated because nobody says he's elite. Geno's not overrated, he's just not elite. They're saying he's a potential franchise quarterback that has the tools. That's all they've ever said about him. They never said he's going to be the guy who leads your team for the next 10 years. He's not overrated.
He's not overrated for the stats he got, but his stats are skewed.
His stats may make you think he's going to be an elite quarterback. And if you remember last year, there was so much hype around him in the beginning of the year. And then what happened? Johnny Football. That's it. Are you happy with the Xavier Rhodes pick? Yes. Especially, I was happier of it because we took Cordarrelle Patterson after the fact. You hit defensive tackle. You want to play? You take corner and a defensive tackle followed by a receiver. I say middle linebacker is your biggest need, but I also think it's the one you can do away with the most too. Even though it's the biggest need because just the talent there isn't acceptable for a starting quarterback. What are you going to do here, Russell? You going to hit square? My boy, Cordarrelle Patterson. Justin's playing the rest of the game, I don't care. But, yes, Xavier Rhodes is a great pick because the Vikings need cornerback depth. If Cook gets hurt, what do you do? Cook's gotten hurt every year already. He's been in the league. You have Sherrills, Robinson. Those are like your top 2 guys right there. How are they getting open for you? You better score on this. Oh. Dick Lane. Yep.
Because you're in the Hall of Fame, that means you're a man.
Yep. Madden logic. Jets taking Richardson at 13 wasn't a good pick. I think they should have gone with Starlutalele in my opinion because he's a fit for a 3-4. I thought he could have gone number 4 to the Eagles. You think the Jets will take a quarterback in round 2 or wait till next year?
I think they'll give Sanchez a shot. And after that, we'll pull him play. I think if their next season is a bust like this season...
Are they drafting a quarterback in the first 3 rounds? You don't think so? We know the Jaguars could. I think the Browns should at least take a 3rd rounder. Best quarterback in next year's draft equals Lewis Nix III. He's like a 300-pound defensive tackle. In Notre Dame's spring game, he lined up at quarterback and sneaked it in for a touchdown with like 3 yards out or so, or 2 yards or 1 yard. He's 300 pounds. At least 300. And
So that's like...
yeah. You know, my friend Blackjack's doing a series on him now. He recreated him in Madden. The comeback of the hefty lefty. I'm surprised I remembered his name, too. I give you props.
I use the bag up all the time.
I guess Mel Kiper was getting all pissy on ESPN or something. He called the Jets a glorified expansion team.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Jets
All
fans.
they focus around is selling tickets. That's about it.
It's their owner's fault.
The Tebow. Trying to start off with stuff with Sanchez. It made me an un-Tebow fan. And I love Tebow.
I'm talking about the biggest Florida fan here.
Yeah. I'm a Patriots fan with a Broncos credit card.
Because they didn't have any other ones. I think.
Unless
Oh, Timberwolves was an option,
unless
right?
I wanted Indiana Pacers. An Indiana Pacers card when I live in Minnesota. That makes a lot of sense. U.S. Bank.
Did you play ESPN Draft Bingo? I don't even go to their website usually, so I don't even know what their Draft Bingo was. Was it like usually it's something like every time something's said or something, you mark it on your bingo card. Like Mayock's thing would have been, "Look at the tape." That's his catchphrase basically. Gruden was just ripping Geno apart. That's surprising because John Gruden literally loves any quarterback that's ever thrown a pass. You know Monday Night Football? Let me tell you why this kid is a special kid. He can throw the ball with deadly accuracy, and with years' time, he can develop into a true passer in this league. I love this guy. He's going to be a star in the NFL. I want him on my team if I'm a coach. Oh. Oh, Gerard! Everything's so tight. You think Ansah is better than Mingo? No, I think he may have more potential, but I say see Mingo as a safer pick. Ansah, he doesn't even have a full year of experience as a starter, and he's not overrated because of stats. He had 4.5 sacks. People love him because, well, one, he had a lot of tackles last year. He's explosive. He got a high motor. The thing that worries me is football IQ and the intangibles it takes to play the game. I think he's going to have the physicality to do it. He's got the speed, the size, the power. Just a matter of, that's not everything. Look at Vernon Golston coming out of Ohio State, was it? 0 career sacks. One of the biggest busts in the past decade. Let's go, Gerard Mayo. Patriots player. That's why it worked. Lewis Nix is 360 pounds, they said. He kind of looks like it. Let me look.
360?
That's pretty big, though. We're talking, like, too big. He's happy. Who?
Why is this number 1? The number that makes him... They're trying to slim him down with his number? Instead of just giving him, like, 390 now?
Oh, you fumbled.
Oh, down.
Oh, you'll get an automatic challenge then. They're not going to let you quite yet, I think. It's automatic in Madden, though.
Online?
Yeah. I said Ansah would be Golston Part 2. Actually, Golston Part 2 is his brother. Maybe he'll be the better Golston. If he gets one more sack... one sack in the NFL, he has more than his brother. Vernon Golston, remember him for the Jets? he had 0 career sacks and was a huge bust. And his brother went to Michigan State, and he's coming into this draft this year.
The guy with like the 35-inch python.
That's Hulk Hogan.
Beast. Golson's arms were giant. I would always trade for him because I thought he looked cool and he didn't.
This is his brother, William. Vernon. He looks like a beast. He does. How do you suck at football? Look at this. He looks like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson right here. And he can't get a sack in the NFL. That's him. Best pick of the night in your opinion? I still say the Vikings getting Sharrif Floyd, that kind of value at 23. Other good picks tonight. Let's look at other good picks. I'm not just going to be a Vikings homer. Just most of the time. Because I'm excited. Oh God, Justin. Don't mess this up. Justin, don't mess this. You fucked up. Or throw it away. Just throw it away. Only if it's intentional grounding. What do you guys think? Ravens, 8th. Tavon Austin, too high or too, not too low. Too high or just right? Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Lose Amendola, add him, get explosion. He can play some running back. They don't have a definite running back right now. You get him 10 touches a game. There you go. What team will draft Jordan, Aaron Rodgers' brother? I say Packers do. Or the Vikings, because
I say nobody.
You say nobody?
Decent?
To Vanderbilt. I saw him on
Just
a.
being Aaron Rodgers' brother doesn't mean you shouldn't get drafted.
I think it does. I believe in bloodlines.
So Joe Montana's son.
Shut up, not all the time. Man, you see a lot of those guys that can't live up to their father's hype. I want to see how good Barry Sanders Jr. is. He's at UCLA now, I think, right? Or Stanford, I forget. I think it's Stanford. Or is it UCLA? I don't even know. He's going to Miami. Be running back. Barry Sanders reminds us of, this is on Rivals.com, Barry Sanders Jr. reminds us of Felix Jones.
Middle of the road running back.
Not even middle of the road. He was a decent backup until they made him start, and they realized, oh, this guy's not that good. He's just really fast and can return a kick. I don't think he got it. Ooh. I'm getting Stanford and UCLA.
Apparently the guy I'm playing plays Oblivion.
What? Dark Knights? Oh, Ray Lewis III at Miami. So we call him RL3? Does that sound cool? RL3? You can take... What is Cordarrelle's speed on here? It's a 93 right now. Yeah, that's right. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Subscribe now. Please. Jerry Rice Jr. is at UCLA? Is he really? Does Jerry Rice even have a kid? Damn, he does. The cool thing about Jerry Rice's son is, to live up to his dad's hype, he doesn't have to be super tall or super fast. He just has to be a route runner and great hands. That's a little less, you know, what's the word?
That's like being
Pressure.
a Tumblr son and just blocking fast.
Happier than Dikembe Mutombo at a, what is it?
Blocking a shot.
Blocking a shot? God, I love that commercial. What do you think about the Jaguars pick? I think Jokel's a great player, but there's a lot of right tackles available, so I kind of question why they took a tackle in the draft. Well, I don't know how much cap room and stuff they have. I mean, it's okay they took Jokel. I want to see they do the rest of the way, though. If they take a quarterback, that's one thing I want to know if they do it. Kimbo Slice is a son who plays football. Probably good at fighting. How would you feel if the Vikes picked up Tyler Bray? pretty bad because we have 4 picks left. I don't need a quarterback, even though he threw to Cordarrelle Patterson in college for 1 year. Is Joe Hayden and DJ Hayden related? No, their names aren't even spelled the same. There we go, Von Miller.
45-inch vertical.
What did he fall for? Jerry Jr. has to live in the shadow of the greatest player of all time. That can't be easy. Michael Jordan or Jerry Rice, you already have too high of a bar. Hey, that's my dad. Oh, so you must be looking to follow your dad's footsteps, right? I'm not that good. Why? Did you not work hard enough? No, I worked hard. I'm just not good enough. Oh. Let's go, Russell. You got this. You got this. Oh, I thought you were going to power through him.
Let me see who that is. Mathis.
Do you think the Vikings will trade up for Manti? No, because that would require trading next year's picks in a stronger draft class, more than likely. At least at the top, probably. You'd have to think so. I honestly thought a year ago we'd have a good draft class this year because there are a lot of quarterbacks I knew. And it's like, oh, if I know this quarterback, he's probably going to be pretty good. But it's like we have a bunch of second and third rounders. It's like I knew Tyler Bray, Tyler Wilson, Matt Barkley. I had no idea who Geno Smith was. I knew all sorts of guys, and it's like, oh, all these guys aren't that great. Landry Jones? Yeah. Wait, is Landry Jones this year? I think he may have stayed for another year. In my Vikings franchise, he's like one of the best quarterbacks. Look at the reindeer! Oh! Woo! He's still in Oklahoma. AJ McCarron. The best thing he's got going from there is that he plays basically in a pro-style offense, and he doesn't look terrible, he just doesn't look special. What are you doing here? What do you call this?
What? How did Clay Matthews run steroids? That is BS.
That's just terrible.
That is a TRBL. Terrible. Terrible. I just took a timeout.
You took a timeout? You don't want to end the game right now? You're not ready?
As long as 10 seconds of just like in real life. Last 10 seconds, last 3 minutes.
Let's see.
Why does he have to have a Hall of Fame corner on Patterson?
Is it Dick Lane?
Yep.
So I want to type in what's going on with Mel Kiper. I'm Mel Kiper. I'm mad because someone disagreed with me. He said I was wrong about something. How dare he? Blackjack said that. Mel Kiper calls Kyle Long a developmental project. Mel Kiper sees D. Milner could be the next Darrelle Revis. I guess Frank Caliendo was impersonating him, which is awesome. Alright. Share it on Twitter? Hell yeah, let's share it. We lost 28-10? Who cares? Vikings drafted 3 first-round draft picks, and one of them is Cordarrelle Patterson, one of them is Sharrif Floyd, the other is Xavier Rhodes.
You could play the game on me. You were going to come back and win, but you let me.
Jones is in this draft, Hurricane? Is he really? Is Landry in this draft? I thought he stayed at college. Whoa, I just heard Ric Flair in the background, someone said.
Woo!
Swope or Hunter Hurricane. Swope in the slot, Hunter on the outside. Swope isn't as fast. I don't care if he ran a 4.4. I've watched him play, and he's not 4.4 football fast. I've seen everything I need to say this. He stayed at college. He was a senior last year. I don't know. I got conflicting reports here. You guys need to give me just everybody needs to say the same thing, so I'm 100% sure. Anyway, guys, I'm tired, and I gotta get my sleep for round 2 and 3 tomorrow, even though the Vikings aren't picking, because I love watching the draft. So, anyways, guys, I'm signing off for now. Goodbye. Good night. And Sharrif Floyd, Xavier Rhodes, Cordarrelle Patterson. That is the next big 3-man band in the NFL. That's a new 3-man band. NFC Championship, we're not going to say that right now. We'll see how these guys do in week 1. Patriots fans don't count. Anyway, guys, leave a like on your way out, subscribe if you're new. Check out my Let's Play channel, do whatever you gotta do. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MrHurriicane with 2 eyes. Talk to me about the NFL draft. You guys are blowing up the interactions tonight. I was getting a ton of retweets and just messages. Love the discussion with you guys tonight. 3, 4, 5 hours tomorrow, back at it. Saturday, same thing. So, see you guys till tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll have a video out. I'll be doing a lot of programming homework, though, that's for sure. And then I'm going to be maybe even streaming tomorrow. I can stream tomorrow, probably. So, good night, guys. See you later.